Your vote counts. This is a public vote for the future of the Putnam Valley Library. The school budget, trustee, and library budget vote will be held at Putnam Valley Elementary School on Tuesday, May 19, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Putnam Valley Library has a rich history of service. It started in a kitchen in 1929, was chartered in 1937, and moved to its present location in 1968. This location, previously a tissue paper mill, toothpick factory, and the Putnam Valley Lodge, now serves the community. Community support is vital. The Putnam Valley Free Library is more than just books. It's a community hub offering free Wi-Fi, technology, and educational programs for all ages. Taxpayer funding allows us to maintain infrastructure, sustain services, and expand resources like public computers and meal programs. We have made and kept our promises since the last vote. Facility improvements include a remodeled community room, a kitchen refresh, asbestos abatement, and reconfigured spaces for flexible use. We also completed HVAC work, upgraded entrances for ADA compliance, continued insulation, and began a stream bank erosion prevention plan. Further progress includes technology and community resources like wireless printing, expanded ebook purchases, and additional museum passes. We've upgraded furniture, replacing aging furnishings, and ensuring new chairs and flexible tables are available. Operationally, we provide competitive local wages and sustain cost of living increases. Projects are in progress, but more work is needed in 2026-2027. We plan to increase opening hours and purchase updated presentation technology. Safety and infrastructure needs include evaluating the parking lot tree, enhancing the children's area, repairing the parking lot, and continuing insulation installation. Strategic growth is key for the library's evolution into a community social hub. This includes planning, grant writing, and fundraising to support a potential cafe-style component. Future projects include refurbishing the meeting and fireplace rooms, installing a new water heating system, redoing parking lots for safety, and purchasing new children's computers. The Putnam Valley Library is a robust hub for all ages on a shoestring budget. We offer books, ebooks, videos, over 1,000 periodicals, computers, Wi-Fi, and the library of things. Our programs include book clubs, history, chess, art, and even reading to a pup. We also provide literacy programs, a food pantry, and e-readers for seniors. The numbers demonstrate how much the community uses the library. Total annual attendance in 2025 was over 65,000, a 35% increase from 2024. Program attendance across all age groups has seen significant growth. Total circulation for 2025 exceeded 50,000 items, including physical and electronic materials. Your library returns significant value to the community. In 2025, an estimated $786,925 was returned to our community through borrowing, programs, and participation. This value calculation doesn't even include Wi-Fi, public computers, research databases, study space, or community services. The 2026-2027 library summary budget shows a total income and expense of $624,466.38. Income sources are primarily the library tax and Putnam County funding, supplemented by grants, donations, and other sources. Expenses are largely driven by salaries and employee expenses. Looking at where the money goes for July 2026 to June 2027, the largest expense category is salaries and employee expenses at 66%. Buildings and grounds account for 13%, and materials and services are 7%. All other expenses, including programs, technology, and operations, account for smaller percentages. Regarding income for July 2026 to June 2027, 82% comes from the library tax. Putnam County provides 8% of the income. Grants, fundraising, donations, and other service-related income make up the remaining percentage of the total budget. The taxed amount for library services depends on your property's assessed value. For a property assessed at $400,000, the cost will increase by about $7 per household for the 2026-2027 budget year. This small increase is based on the difference between the current and new levy. The $7 per household annual increase is less than the cost of a slice of pizza and drink, a cup of coffee and muffin, or 9 first-class stamps. It's a small cost, but a powerful community investment. The chart shows how the library's primary funding stacks up within the county. The current levy places Putnam Valley at $41 of funds per capita. The new levy would raise this to $44 of funds per capita. Future projects include upgrading the elevator for ADA compliance and access to the children's floor. We plan to develop business and educational support services, like a makerspace, and create satellite mini libraries. We also need to expand our relationship with the senior center. Additional future infrastructure projects involve insulation, energy-efficient lighting, and new ceiling tiles. We will refurbish restrooms for ADA compliance, implement a drainage design for parking lots, and develop a secondary ADA-compliant entryway. Finally, purchasing a generator will establish the library as a warming/cooling center. Your tax dollars fund services for the community. This includes storytime and museum passes for families, chess club and lifelong learning for seniors, and printing and notary services for job seekers and small businesses. Without sufficient funding, we risk reduced hours and services, cutbacks to programs, and limited access to technology. We also risk falling behind on building repairs and maintenance. Investing in the library is investing in Putnam Valley's future. Please remember to vote on Tuesday, May 19th from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the Putnam Valley Elementary School. You can visit our website at putnamvalleylibrary.org for more budget information and for absentee voting information. You can contact the school's district clerk or online at pvcsd.org. Here are some frequently asked questions. Why is the library pursuing a Section 259 funding proposition on the school ballot May 19th? New York State education law enables association libraries to have a proposition placed on the school ballot. The library funding is determined directly by the taxpayers. A vote provides the library with guaranteed and stable funding from year to year, as the community decides. Is the library asking for a budget increase? Yes. The budget vote requests $514,500, a $31,500 increase. This will allow the library to keep up with both state-mandated and cost-of-living increases, enhance services for the community, and continue overdue building maintenance. Is the library budget part of the school budget? No. The library budget is a separate proposition and is not part of the school budget. The school district will collect the library's taxes according to the law, but the library and the school district are separate entities. Will the library budget be on the school ballot every year? It is possible. The library budget will remain unchanged unless there is another vote. The library must petition the school district to have a proposition on the school ballot. The Mid-Hudson Library System encourages its libraries to approach the voters yearly with their budgets. With recent federal action to cut funding from libraries and museums, securing local sustainable funding will allow for long-range library planning. What will happen if the vote does not pass? State-mandated wage and cost of living increases are required, and since most of the library budget is spent on employee expenses, the rest may need to accommodate reductions in programs and services. The library will also have to make further cuts to resource purchases and services, and the opening hours may have to be cut back again. Positive strides in improving the library's infrastructure may need to be curtailed or stalled. Just a reminder, your library returns significant value to the community. In 2025, an estimated $786,925 was saved by your neighbors. This was possible because with their library card, you and your neighbors were able to borrow instead of buy printed electronic books, videos, and more. This value is a significant return on investment for you, your neighbors, and our inshore community. As a final reminder, the estimated average increase for a typical household in Putnam Valley is about $7 for the entire year. $7 doesn't buy much these days. Not even 2 gallons of gasoline. The increase is less than the cost of a slice of pizza and drink, a cup of coffee and muffin, or 9 first-class stamps. It's a small cost, but a powerful community investment. Again, please remember to vote on Tuesday, May 19th from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the Putnam Valley Elementary School. Visit our website at putnamvalleylibrary.org for more budget information and for absentee voting information. You can contact the school district at pvcsd.org, and thank you for your consideration.